Ruled out for the rest of the season. Beat. When that line dropped, prediction markets moved immediately. $761,000 shifted on this conference championship contract in 13 minutes. That is not retail noise, that is conviction. Someone saw the headline and repositioned fast. Let's break down exactly what happened, what else hit this team at the same time, and what the market is now pricing in for the rest of the playoff race. 3 separate headlines hit this team's championship forecast in rapid succession. First, their star player is done for the season. Gone. Before the playoff push even starts. That alone would move prediction markets. Then comes the coaching change. And look, mid-season coaching changes during a playoff race almost never signal confidence. They signal the front office is alarmed. And then the defensive numbers. Bottom quartile efficiency over the last 5 games. That's not a bad week. That is a system problem that doesn't fix itself between now and a conference final. Put all 3 together and you've got the exact setup for the probability crash we're looking at. The market didn't overreact, it repriced based on fundamentals. Let's talk about what this probability move actually means. 42% to 31, 11 percentage points in one day. But here's why the size of this move matters. This is not a thin market drifting on low volume. There is $1.75 million in liquidity here, and $980,000 in volume moved through it in 24 hours. When a market that deep reprices 11 points overnight, the people doing the repositioning are not guessing. They have better information than the average fan, injury timelines, locker room dynamics, advanced defensive metrics. The market is now saying roughly 1 in 3 chance this home team wins the conference championship. That's a steep discount from where it sat at the start of the week. The smart money flow signal on this contract is reading sell. That means the bigger, more sophisticated participants in this market are not sitting on the sideline watching, they're exiting their yes positions. Now, smart money doesn't always call it right. But in conference championship and finals markets, the informed capital tends to move earlier and more decisively than the retail crowd. When you see a sell-side flow signal aligned with a double-digit probability drop and 3 converging negative headlines, that is not coincidence. That is convergence. And in prediction markets across NFL, NBA, and playoff formats generally, when money, headlines, and technicals all point the same direction at the same time, that signal tends to be durable. Let's put this in historical context. Across multiple seasons and leagues, NFL, NBA, MLB, UEFA, when a contender loses a foundational contributor ahead of the playoff push, championship forecast markets typically reprice 8 to 15 percentage points lower. We saw exactly 11 here, right inside the historical range. Mid-season coaching changes in an active playoff race? Those almost never precede a championship run, a World Series win, or a finals appearance. They precede elimination. And here's the number that jumps out. Once a team's conference championship forecast drops below 35%, recovery above 50% in the same season is rare. This team is sitting at 31. The window is closing, and the market already knows it. Here is your watch list for the next 72 hours. First, the official injury timeline. If the team confirms season-ending status, that 31% has more room to fall. If they walk it back even slightly, you could see a short-term bounce as the market reassesses. Second, the incoming coaching staff's first public statement. Confident or cautious, calm or chaotic, the market will react to the tone, not just the words. And third, any defensive lineup or scheme adjustment will tell us whether the bottom quartile efficiency numbers are being addressed before the playoff push resumes. These are your catalysts. If you want to catch the moves before they fully price in, hit subscribe. We cover prediction market shifts across NFL, NBA, MLB, and UEFA every time something significant happens. Don't miss the next one.